What's going on, everybody? This is for my staff members and anybody who wants to volunteer. Thursday at 6 o'clock in Three Sisters for Remembrance Day. We are going to keep the ball moving, and I'm going to let you know the positions that I have available and the positions that are filled, because I had a lot of people wanting to volunteer. So those of you that do want to volunteer, you can inbox me. But as of now, I'll go through the chain of commands with everybody so you know what positions are available within this project. I am CEO, that's Chief Executive Officer for Project Lights Out. My chief advisor is Mary Adams. My secretary is Autumn Cooper. My youth director is Ian Whitegall. He's a Ho Chunk brother. My chief community law enforcement officer is Dan Skenendor. My elder and veteran services director is Angela Walker. My resource director is Amanda Drondale. Little Ladies Youth Group is Kim Paulus, ages 8 and up. Community Outreach Director needs to be filled. Drug Prevention Specialist is to be filled. Marketing and Promotions Director is June Rivera. Anti-Sex Trafficking and Prostitution Coordinator is to be filled. Currently, I am filling the Gang Prevention Specialist position. I'm filling the Drug Coordinator position. I'm filling the Community Outreach position. I'm also doing the legalities of my own corporation, the financial officer, for my corporation. So, those, I need some help, ITT Tech, got a lot of different stuff, and just regular staff that want to volunteer. So, those of you that do know some kind of legalities and stuff like that, or if you just want to volunteer for concessions or helping out with the youth groups, just let me know, and would love to sit down with everybody, whoever wants to volunteer in this cause, because I'm getting a lot of names and stuff like that. So I'm gonna have to kind of sit down with everybody, and I am having a staff meeting tomorrow, so getting those names together and putting people on the projects that they want. I got about maybe 8 or 9 volunteers and a full staff. So, those of you that do want to volunteer, let me know. And I've been getting a lot of donations of clothing, some food, canned goods, and we do need help with the elder and vet services. We are looking for guys to go and help clean up some of the vet and elders' yards. I do have a trailer, so we have access to that to help them too. And that's what we've been doing. I am going to be putting into motion Soldiers of Jesus Christ Ministry. That's going to be on my agenda to put that in, hold some Bible studies. Tracy Stevens also is our cultural advocate. So he's working that angle. And we're going to have White Pine Singers, Lanut and Forrest's group, our group, sing Thursday at 6 p.m. for this remembrance for all those who were lost to suicide, gang violence, what else? Police brutality. There's a couple different things. So that'll be happening Thursday at 6 p.m. by Three Sisters Park. I'm going to still have it on yet. So it looks sunny out, so we're going to try to do that Thursday right away. And we're going to try to get this down. I asked, conservation for some tables, and I was having a hard time getting them because our project is not sponsored by the tribe. So they can't let us use any tables. So I'll go get some tables somewhere else. you know, for now, because I'd have to have a department in the tribe that would sponsor this project, you know. And it's weird because they won't. I'm not a part of the tribe like my project, but I still need help. And it's like my events I got a good number gathering. You know what I mean? I guess I'm just not understanding. I'm doing events that have never been thrown before, and I'm doing events that the people are actually coming and paying attention, and it's making an impact on our community. So I guess I've reached out to several directors and stuff like that. So I'm ready to sit down at the table. But if not, you got to keep going. Not being stagnant and not letting people decide for you how far you're going to progress within a project. I have no red tape or none of that. You know, I got to keep going regardless, because while I'm waiting, lives are going to be lost. You know, and that's what I'm trying to do is not just throw awareness, but I'm also trying to do movement, the movement of the people. I think that's the biggest thing that's different about Project Lights Out. We don't make a bunch of plans and then just let them sit. As we're making these plans and coordinating these projects, we are taking action of getting people rehabilitation. Like I said, primary care providers, secondary care, and we're going out and actually taking them by the hand versus sitting back and waiting for people to be forced to come to us. I'm reaching out daily to people. I'm in the trenches. I see everybody who's sick and dying. You know what I mean? Because that's what it is. People are dying. That's why I'm trying to do this. There's a list of over 35 people on that list who have passed away tragically, from past and current. So that's what we're fighting at the front lines for, is for lives. You know, it ain't a matter of me saving the life, because in the end, a person has to save themselves. You know, like I tell everybody, I can't fight a battle for you that you're not willing to battle for yourself. You know, and I love everybody. You know what I mean? I treat everybody the same. I don't baby nobody. I don't enable nobody. But people still need that love yet and that compassion so they can handle their business. And we're to be an example. You know, and we do go through a lot of things in life. Everybody does. Everybody has a little bit of trauma and a little bit of stuff that they deal with regardless. You know, so... Oh, Ludgie's calling out. Call you back. But I just want to let everybody know that this event it's huge. We have people that have been sending in stuff from like North Dakota, South Dakota, of family members that they lost in the Badlands, you know, all over the place. So they're like, man, put our son up there. And then I got mothers that are reaching out and being like, man, thank you for recognizing this and spreading that awareness. We need that to happen. We don't need our people to keep looking the other way like there's not a problem. You're going to be saying that when your son is sitting there on your couch, dope sick. And then you're going to finally reach out to me and be like, look, man, I've dealt with this all the time. I got the kids. He's dope sick. His baby mama's in jail. That's the reality of things. So if you keep looking the other way and saying we don't have a problem here in Oneida, man, that's horrible. Somebody in your family has to be an alcoholic, an addict, died of suicide, because I got all that in my family. And I'm not ashamed to say that. Yeah, we all need help. But if I just buried in it and I was like, you know what, I'm the director of Project Lights Out, my family's perfect, you guys just think like, man, who is dude? We know dude's life. We used to sit and do cocaine with him. I don't glorify that life, but that's how I was compared to how I am now. But that's 100. And that's what we talk about on my show, is about being 100. 100%. That's all I ask. Because that's how you get help, is when you're like, man, I can't do this no more, bro. And that's what I've been hearing daily. I can't do this no more, bro. Just help me. Give me that extra push that I need in the right direction. And I'll sit down and talk with you. I have no problem with that. But if I keep turning that cold shoulder to the reality of things, then you're building up hot coals on your head till it burns and falls right off. And then you're like, man, look, the problem's at my front door. And that's what's up. That problem is at our front door, Oneida. You know what I mean? So now how are we going to all come together versus waiting around for everybody to be like, you know what? We'll just wait till next year. That's not good enough for me no more. That's not good enough for me no more, Oneida. Our police department is undermanned. They have a couple officers on patrol, thousands and thousands of people to police, so they're overwhelmed. We can't get no help. We have to literally let people die for us to bet. You know what? We'll make it now down to a month or two. Then we'll start helping people get the services they need within a couple weeks. Hell no, there's got to be a sense of urgency. And that's why I'm out here day and night, meeting with people, trying to get them checked into all of our resources, because we got to. And yeah, I've been doing it all out of my own pocket with these other reservations and these other donations who are helping me. You know, and that's sad. That's sad when you're making the biggest impact with your team. Now, it ain't just me. When you're making the biggest impact with the team, but you're getting the most support from the most critical people who could be helping you. That's sad. That's why at this next GTC meeting, I'm going to ask for the detox center to be put on the agenda. And GTC, man, y'all need to stand up. That's what's up. I went down and got the forms a couple days ago, and we're going to start going through all of these BC resolutions that we got money for. And we're going to look and we're going to see like, hey, look, what is this? But like I said, is there any extra scraps for us little guys to make an impact? You know what I mean? Because I can't wait no more. My family is starting to get better and starting to heal. And we're not perfect. No family is perfect. But like I said, keeping it 100, that's what's up. Good. We do. We need some people to help. And that's good. I'll take everybody's help. I got people commenting on the bottom. Man, hit me up. I'm going to put you down on our volunteer list to help me. If you can be there Thursday at 4 o'clock or 5 at Three Sisters. I need guys to help my uncle cook. I need people to kind of learn how to do the audio and video stuff. But it's more than that. It's us. Every single time that you're volunteering, you're putting in towards the project of our people. You know what I mean? Like I said, I'm not getting paid for this. I'm not making a big ass lump sum of money. If I was in it for the money, I would have been gone. I would have left and been like, man, you know what, man, this is too much problems for me. But I'm a fighter, and I have to be. I'm not an activist. I'm not the trying to start no kind of foolishness. I'm not out here for that. I'm out here for the people. You know, and I'm out, man, I'm struggling. Yeah, hell yeah, I'm asking for stuff. Yep. Can I get your old laptop? It was a little banged up, but man, I'm getting the job done in here now. Now I can sit home rather than going to the career center and actually type up my papers. And I couldn't do nothing till I had my 501c3. You know, I couldn't do nothing. My homegirl was like, here, big bro. Here's the money to get that 501c3. Boom. Then now my older brother can start opening up stuff and handling the stuff that he can to get us the things that we need. When I'm sitting there in these staff meetings asking my directors, what do you need? What do you feel you need to make the biggest impact on the community? That's a big question. You know what I mean? So that's big. And potluck too. We got to buy all the food for my project. I got funded one time, that was through festival, and man, thank you too, Daisy. Daisy did that. Other than that, we're paying for the food, everything for this next event. So if anybody wants to bring a dish, man, feel free, or buy a pack of hot dogs or whatever, man, that's what's up. But this is for the community. This is us coming together and showing everybody else that, hey, look, we're going to come together regardless of what anybody thinks or what anybody is trying to say. Oh, well, you know what? We'll give you your help later. Man, we're coming together regardless, man, with or without anybody's help. We're going to come together, and that's what we're doing. And they can get pissy and mad. Oh, this is going to die out. Hell no. Man, this project is going to have life. It's a living, breathing thing. This project is the people. That's what it is. That's what we're doing. That's why I'm fighting at the front line so hard. It's because it's for the people, by the people. To protect and preserve. That's what it says on top of our logo with our shirts. To protect and preserve. You know what that means? That means that you have to protect those that cannot speak up for themselves. That means that you have to serve other people. That servitude and that giving back. Spreading your love freely. When you see somebody struggling with addiction, don't be that guy that's up here and being like, oh man, look at dog. Man, look at dudes all strung out. No, go over to your brother or sister. Go over to them and be like, man, look, man, you need some help. Man, I love you, man. I know what you're going through. Because I used to be like that. But or we can be hypocritical or too good and be like, oh, man, dude's never going to change. You might be that guy that can change him. Because there's some people I can reach and there's some people that other people can reach. And like I said, this project is for everybody. It's not just for one person or one people. It's for everybody. Everybody who wants to come help and everybody who wants to make a difference is for yous. That's why we're out here. That's why my staff is up till 2 or 3 in the morning working on these projects, because it is coming. I've been working from 6 in the morning until midnight. I didn't get out. I worked Sunday, Monday. I didn't get one day off. I got to run all these different director positions. I'm the gang task force coordinator specialist that's going to the gang members. I'm the drug advocate that's going over to your guys' kids and going through my whole curriculum and doing it. I'm like 5 different positions that I have to fill. But my brother, June Rivera, stepped up. My ma, Kim Paulus, stepped up. You know, Tanya Metoxin. Even Dan Skenador helping me, you know, with different things, you know. Everybody is putting in something into this project. And I am very grateful because you lightened my load. You know what I mean? And I'm very grateful for everybody. Amanda Gerondale. You know, everybody plays a critical position down to my wife. You know, being my secretary, writing stuff down and that comfort that they give by the end of the day, as to where you're like, man, I'm overwhelmed. I was just working 16 hours, 18 hours in a day. You know, just so my people can see that, hey, look, man, if dude, the leader of a gang, one of the biggest drug dealers, one of the biggest people who were alcoholic, cocaine user, everything, dude, if he can change, psh, man, and get off pills, everything, I can change. It ain't a matter of me saying, oh, you know what, I'm the model example. Because it ain't like that. I'm still the same guy, but I just don't drink. I don't do pills no more. I don't do cocaine. You know? And everybody's like, how many days of sobriety do you have? Well, you know what? After 6 months, I kind of stopped being worried about that. It's not even in the back of my mind. And then they say, well, you're going to be living with that for the rest of your life. It don't feel like it. I still get depressed. I still get overwhelmed. I still fight with my girl yet here and there. Not physically. I can name on my hand like 4 times I've ever swore at her. But what I'm saying though is, it ain't what everybody thinks all the time. It's how much self-control you have. Because when I could have went and got on something and been like, hey, you know what? I'll have a substitute for my drug abuse. But it's where the mind goes, the man follows. What you think, you're going to start following through with them thoughts. That's why I talk about re-education of the mind. That's a big thing. How can you re-educate your mind? That means that your thought process has to change by repetitious behavior. That means you got to do something for a certain amount of hours constantly for your mind to start clicking and being like, man, now this is normal. Because us addicts, us gang members, we don't know how to be normal. It's like I always tell everybody, it's like a lawyer trying to tell a doctor how to practice medicine. It's impossible. You know what I mean? That's why I try to make such a big impact, is because I've been here with yous. The ones that everybody's over here pointing the finger at, talking about. I'm like, man, I was just with dog before. And they're like, man, you're, you know, you need to be a little more professional. I said, I got my edge because of the way I am. But if you want to get technical, we can definitely sit down and we can go over the logistics of everything. Because I've studied 5 different languages. Business administration, I've definitely studied that. And they say, well, where did you get your degree? I said, man, the joint. I got my degree in a joint. A degree versus experience, I'm kicking butt. You know what I mean? I'm out here trying to help. That's all I can do. I don't know about everybody else. You can sit up here and come with 10 different plans, but I need to carry through what I'm thinking. That's all. I only know how to do what works best. That's it. And whatever I'm doing right now, it's working. It's working because we got the eye of the people. I say we as in our team, the community. We have the eye of the people. You know, and I'm not out there. I don't want to go to war, but I need people to start working with me. Either get on the board, get on this train, or get run over. That's all I'm saying. That's all. That's, man. So let's do this together. Doesn't it feel better when you're working together? But if I got to get it from the mud like I always do, I'll go and get it from the mud, and I like it the hard way. I have no problem with that. Because when you go out there and get it from the mud, it feels better because you're working towards something, community. Each one of you is struggling with your suicidal thoughts and reaching out, and you're like, man, you know what, bro? Something's not right, man. Can we just 20 minutes of your time with each other can get it done? Talking, everybody trying to put in something, anything into somebody. They're like, well, I can't do nothing for you with my pockets, but I can definitely invest myself into you in my time, and that's no problem. Everybody needs that extension of their hand, because when you're not extending your hand to the next person, whether it's your mom, her going through some things, try to lighten each other's loads. That's all it is. Looking out for the next man ahead of you. And that's a hard thing for people, because people cannot give without the thought of self-gain. That means that every time you do something for somebody, you're expecting something back. And that's horrible. That's your brother, that's your sister that you're trying to get them from being in their addiction, in their suicidal thoughts. That's your little cousin to where, man, I had to tell him about 6-7 times. We'll tell him another 6-7 times. Because eventually, hopefully, he gets it. But if you just give up, it's over with. It's over with. People are impacted in different ways, and people learn in different ways. Why you got to keep talking to them? Get up there and show them how to do it. That's how I like to do things. Let's just do it then. You know what? I've been thinking about all of this stuff, and I was going through all these different plans with all these different directors and all that. Then I'm sitting there like, why are we doing this? Why don't we just get out here and do it? Because a lot of times I don't rush into things. Believe me, I'm very strategic. I stick to an agenda, and I don't let nobody redirect me in my own project. Because I do things a certain way, but I'm always, they say a master has to be as good as his student. But to be a master, you have to be a student first and be teachable. You have to learn how to take that knee. Because a lot of times when you're working with people, I like to learn from the older people. But I also like to hear the younger people too, because it gets them involved. A sense of feeling, a sense of purpose, and a sense of worth. Then, with those three, you'll be able to move on. Because when you get that sense of purpose, you know why you're here on this earth. When you get that sense of worth, you'll definitely be worthy of who you're going to be. Not what somebody else wants you to be, but who you're going to be. And that respect. That respect is everything. I'm not one of them guys where you have to give respect to gain respect. No. Your credibility will get you the respect of your actions, of what you're doing. So community, we're going to step up this Thursday and we're going to get it right. But come on, Oneida, let's get it together. And if anybody has any questions, man, I'm here. I'm here. I'm that guy working 12 or 18 hours a day. And I have to, because this has to get done one way or another, man. And I love you, community. That's why I'm doing this. Saldana family, I love you. Teller family, I love you. Webster family, all yous who lost somebody, man, I love you so much. And you guys need love too, man. And this day is for you, is that remembrance to honor your children, your fallen sons, your fallen daughters, your fallen brothers, sisters, nieces, and nephews, all of them that were tragically taken in this epidemic, in this random violent acts from gang members. You know, because not only did you lose a son, but the people who did the crime, them parents also lost a son. So it's a lot, you know. But I love you, community, and man, give me a call if you guys want to, 920-247-9799. I'm Johnny Skenador, Director of Project Lights Out. You guys have a nice day.